Hi everyone, I'm Yves Delabroise, software engineer for Interval Zero, and today we are going to talk about simulated hardware. Simulated hardware is used when you want to develop or test a software while the actual hardware is not ready yet or not available because it is being used by somebody else. The first use case is to simulate the complete machine with a piece of software so that you can test your control without having the physical hardware. But you can also do mixed simulation. Mixed simulation is when you connect only a part of the machine hardware and simulate the rest. Why is that useful? Well, because usually when you want to only test part of the software and you only have part of the machine, you would have to modify your code to disable the rest of the application. This can cause errors, you can forget to change something, or it can impact some other logic. So with mixed simulation, you can simulate the hardware that is not currently connected to the machine while having the physical hardware connected and used by your software. There are two types of simulation. You can either simulate from a protocol point of view or from an application point of view. When you are simulating from a protocol point of view, in the case of EtherCAT, you would simulate the commands sent to the device, the mailbox communication, the PDO communication. If you are simulating on the application side, what you are simulating is the data, the response data, and how the physical hardware would react. In Kingstar, we are only doing applicative simulation because we are abstracting the protocol from the user application with the automatic configuration. So there is usually no need to simulate the commands, the internal commands that are sent to the device. Instead, we are simulating IOs and axes. For axes, for example, you could actually control them as if it was a real physical axis in position mode, in velocity mode, with homing and other functions. For IOs, you will need to force the data. There is no way for a control application like Kingstar to automatically know which inputs will come true because we don't know what the actual hardware connected or sensor is. So for this, you will have a second application that will simulate the response. In Kingstar, you can have multiple applications connected to the same physical bus or the same runtime. Therefore, you can have a second independent application that reads all the data, including the current outputs from your main application that you want to test, and forces input to simulate the input response. This way, you can use your application, test it with another application that is simulated without changing your main application. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps, and see you next time.